There we go. Alright. Let's do this, shall we? Ah, damn, I love this music. I miss this game. If y'all want to know where it's from, check it out. Hey everyone! Welcome back to another FF14 stream. Continuing a Realm Reborn's post-game storyline and side quests. But yeah, real quick, here's the music for those who want to know. I played a little bit during last night's stream, but it's DFO Music Extended Lorien Forest Modern 11-minute loop by Perfect Chaos GX on YouTube. DFO is Dungeon Fighter Online, as it says up here. This is the old intro music it used to play during the very first stage of that game, which is an MMO, by the way, and it's not even owned by Nexon anymore. This is an old-ass video. But Nexon is how I discovered it before it changed hands to a different company. That is managing it way better, by the way. Neopol has been managing it much better than Nexon ever did. And it's an amazing game, honestly. It's like those old arcade beat-em-ups. Like, for, you know, these are now boomer references, but if y'all remember Streets of Rage, which recently got its third sequel after like 20, 30 years or something, for Steam. Yeah, I think it's on PC for Steam, right? On the Steam store. Streets of Rage 3. But basically like Streets of Rage 1, 2, 3, whatever. That kind of style of gameplay, but it's also an RPG and it's also an MMO. So it's an MMORPG with an arcade beat-em-up style. And it's very anime, as you can see from the pictures. And it's amazing. Like, if you're into action RPGs, it's just fucking good. As long as you can deal with the 2D art style and end play style with that movement and that whole thing, as I said, the arcade beat-em-up stuff. Which I like. I always loved that growing up, those kinds of games. So, honestly, I think this game's fucking awesome, and it's what I was playing between MapleStory and Final Fantasy XIV. I kind of want to go back to it too, but I'll only go back to it casually because, let me turn this down a little, I realize I'm having a yell over it. I'll only go back to it casually just because of the fact that, like, the story is obviously not as good as 14. Didn't even used to have one back when I first played it. It was just kind of random lore shit, just like MapleStory was. But the gameplay's awesome, and I like to play it casually for that. Even if it's just catching up on the main story, the main scenario quest, because it has a linear flowing main scenario just like FF14. And I think even MapleStory has something like that now too. They're all, you know, trying to take tips from the best over here. But yeah, speaking of the best, let's well, at least when it comes to MMOs, I suppose. Let me fix this, and let's go to what we're here for. What the hell? Damn thing didn't want to put it where I wanted to put it. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, that's the song. It's fucking awesome. Reset that for next time. And then switch back over here. Boom. Put on the music. Boom. And boom, baby! We're back into the realm of Eorzea or whatever. Huh. Alright, let's get started, shall we? Make sure, wait. Yeah, I gotta make sure this is queued up. There we go. So I'm not gonna lie, I actually played that off a video clip. And for some reason, my computer sounds like it's about to explode right now, but for some reason, if I have, even if it's paused like it is right now, because I paused it, as long as I have a video file open with the movies and TV app that Windows has, while I'm running the stream, my PC goes really quiet and doesn't overclock itself and sound like it's about to explode just because I'm streaming. It's really weird. But I'm like, hey, I'll take it. So I kind of had, aside from just wanting to have the clip open so I can just play it whenever I want, I'll have a proper soundboard soon, then I won't have to do it this way. But aside from that, just having it open like that I do it for that, because it quiets down the computer for some reason, and it doesn't slow down the stream, or the streaming software. It keeps working fine. So I'm just like, well, why not? And yeah, obviously I have other sound clips as well. But I mostly spam that one, I know. I'm guilty of that one. There we go. Had to fix something down there. And that takes care of it. Anyway. So I believe we finished part 5 of A Realm Reborn. And all that's left is part 6 for the main scenario quest. But we've unlocked some new side quests since then. So we're gonna go do those. Including one last long side quest storyline that gives us a little bit of a reprieve from the usual. I don't want to call it mundane. For some people, it's mundane. They're like, "Goddamn, Realm Reborn is boring." But if anything, I would just say a reprieve from the main sort of very serious toned storyline that we've been going through so far. But also, we're gonna check out how that fraternity in Limbs is doing ever since they met Yuguri and started training with her. And she with them. And we're gonna see how they're doing. So yeah. Probably gonna be all day today. But we're probably not even gonna start part 6, the final part of A Realm Reborn. Or yeah, basically. The final part of A Realm Reborn won't be started until pretty late in the day, I think, because everything else I just said is pretty much gonna take up the rest of the day. So yeah, we probably won't be getting to Heaven's Word until probably late tomorrow. Just for those wondering what kind of schedule we're on. That's assuming I stream my usual 4 to 6 hours today. Still probably won't get to it till like around tomorrow. Put this back to where it was. Okay, that's good. Oh. There we go. There's the quest thing we left off on, Trader in the Midst. For the main scenario. And now for the side quests, let's see. Let's go. Before I do this, oh hi Levy! Long time no see! I haven't seen you on the stream in a while. Good to see you. Oh, and I know you just sent me, I think you probably just sent me a Discord message, but I was just starting my stream, so I hadn't seen it yet. But I'll read it a little bit. Probably at the break, when I take my 2-hour break. Or 10-minute break at 2 hours, you know? I'll read it then. But I heard it come in. Right, so side quests, what was I gonna do? The ones I think I know I've unlocked. I'm gonna go look for them. See if they have. But yeah, I hope everything's going well. Do this. Let me check out here first. That's first and foremost. Why is my volume too damn low? There we go. Well, let's put it right there. Yep, there's one. Judgment Bolts and Lightning. Where's the other one though? Not here. I'm gonna assume Vesper Bay for the other two. So let's go to Horizon. Trying to do these in order-ish. There we go. There it is. The king lives. Yep, it's this fucker again. Amongst Mughal-kind, the legend of good King Malgalmog XII doth tell of a wise and magnanimous ruler. Alas, the entity thus summoned put the lie to this imagining with his brief and decidedly unpeaceful reign. 'Twas most disturbing for me to learn, then, that the Mogglesguard have once more succeeded in placing their manic potentate upon his thorny throne. I've never heard of that fucking word. What the hell is a potentate? Only with the Asian's guileful intervention could they have called the king back from the ether with such haste. I am afeard that, as was the case with Ifrit and his primal ilk, the ritual thus employed hath empowered the Avatar with a strength far beyond that of his previous incarnation. As ever, it falls to thee, to the blade born of light, to banish the Paragon's dark ambition from our realm. The 12 only know what dire power doth corrupt the savior of these gentle forest folk. Thy name has been called, Leon. The more moderate faction of the Googles... The Googles? Nice. Nice Freudian slip there. The Googles. That's the first time I've ever called Moogles Googles, man. Damn. Google just got a name drop. On this stream. Big shout out, I guess. Unintentional, but there it is. The more moderate faction of the Moogles have joined with the Order of the Twin Adder in an effort to open thee a path to the good king's domain. I bid thee make haste to the Adder's Nest, and once more pledge thine aid in deposing this royal myth made flesh. I'm on it. Fuck that, I got this. Oops. I just fucking massive. Dude, I got used to the speedrunning we were doing yesterday. Fuck. I just missed whatever he said. It's gonna cost me a ticket, but I can fix it. Give me a second. I'm not gonna be using these too much anymore from this point forward anyway, so I don't mind. Actually, you know what? I'll be frugal to the last. What's this one? Arcana skill? Okay. There. All you gotta do is abandon the quest and open it up again. I got used to the fact that we had to mash through text for an hour last night because New Game Plus fucked us over with, what's it called? With the ending of Part 5 for Realm Reborn, which sucked. Okay, so master this, but don't master the next one. Jesus. Well, so much for that free teleport. Why am I so disoriented? It's this way. Jesus. Can't do that with main scenario quest. If I fuck up and accidentally pass text like that, there's no going back unless I like log out of the game completely. Mid scene, I guess. Alright. Whew. Corporal Starcrest, glad I am to see you. I assume you have been apprised of the situation regarding the Moogle monarch? Yep. After your previous deposal of the king, Fuplokop, the narc, approached the Mogglesguard and attempted to convince them of the error of their ways. Unfortunately, it appears his efforts at persuasion had rather the opposite effect. The royal sentries reportedly flew into a frenzy and focused their righteous indignation into a new summoning ritual. Mayhap it was the unwavering intensity of the Mogglesguard prayers, but the king has returned to the forest enveloped in an almost blinding aura of majesty. Fuplokop tells us that this dauntingly maniacal avatar has now taken to calling himself Great King Mogglemog XII. Suffice it to say that the Elder Seedseer is willing to condone the necessary act of regicide. For the safety of all who dwell within the Twelveswood, it has been decided that the king must fall. A certain member of the Elder Seedseer's personal guard has already escorted Kuplokop to the ward that shields the monarch's domain. Those among us with the ability to see Mughals are often in high demand, but considering the urgency of your mission, our leader felt it best to expedite matters. Pray make your preparations and set out as soon as you are able. Kuplokop awaits you in the Bramble Patch in the East Shroud. Right on. Kuplokop. Police. He is a little narc too. Betraying his other Moolkin. For good reason though. He doesn't want to condone the summoning of basically a primal, but it's just a little Moogle. So, fun fact, and I think we might have touched on this before when we were doing 1.0. The reason during the main storyline, during MSQ, we ended up fighting this guy before Leviathan was, I think, because of the tsunami that hit Japan after that 9.0 earthquake back in like 2010 or 11 or so. Whenever it was. They felt it incentive to release Leviathan too soon after that. Even though Realm Reborn didn't come out all the way till 2013, they still kind of held it off a little while. Kuplokop has nullified the ward in anticipation of your arrival. I pray this royal nightmare is not beyond your abilities. But then we still got Leviathan right after this guy anyway, and Ramuh was last. Oh, I knew you'd come. At least I was hoping, Kupo. What's funny is Ramuh's model was already in the game because we saw him during level 1 through 50 main scenario quests a long time ago. We saw him when they were talking about him. But the Sylphs hadn't summoned them yet, and they agreed not to, since we decided to, broker peace talks between Gridania and the Sylphs, and team up against the Garleans. They decided not to do it. But they did show Ramuh floating there in a scene during level 1 through 50 MSQ for Realm Reborn. So they teased them way ahead of time. Oh, I knew you'd come. At least I was hoping, Kupo. Not long ago, I had a stern word with the Malsguard about the dangers of turning pleasant fairy tales into disturbing reality. But they insisted that the intimidating force that is good King Malgamog XII, may his scepter of judgment ever command our respect, is exactly the sort of savior we need. The Malsguard are afraid, Kupo. Afraid of how the forest has changed, afraid of the never-ending conflict, afraid that we Mughals have no place in this new world. I am scared of all those things too, but the thought of unleashing our royal menace upon the Twelveswood scares me even more, Kupo. Please, you must deal with them firmly before this goes too far. A measured thrashing, of course, nothing too brutal. Don't worry, I won't kill them. I'll hold back. You can enter Thornmarch here, through the tear I've made in the ward. Take care, good fortune, and in the meantime, I'll go let the others know that great King Malgamog XII, may his reign end with minimal bloodshed, will be vacating his throne, Kupo. I love the way they keep talking about King Malgamog. See you around, guys. Thornmarch Extreme, now accessible. Now, this is one of those funny instances where you don't actually have to fight him. That's it, the quest is complete just right there. You don't actually have to go through with the fight. Not every extreme trial in Realm Reborn is like this though. Some of them require you to actually do the trial and complete it successfully to complete the quest. Which they later stopped doing that. They never do that again. Like in Heavensward and all that, it's never actually required to complete the quest. Oh wait, no, I spoke too soon. I think in Heavensward they still do that. But after that, they definitely don't do it anymore, because they realize it's a little fucked up to OCD people like myself, who want to complete all the quests but don't want to do something incredibly hard. Because when the content first comes out, these fights are not that... I make them look easy because I'm overpowered and I do them unsynced, but obviously they're not meant to be easy. Also, I better turn that off, because it's going to screw us over when we do Alliance raids again. But yeah. So the completing the quests from like Stormblood onwards is just unlocking it, and that's it. You don't actually have to do the fight. This intro animation might be the same as last time. It's starting to look like it. I think it's a little different. Yeah, it's different. mean, last time we didn't even see him during the intro. We just saw that one of his bodyguards with the sword and shield, and he threatened us, you know? Here, he's already here right off the bat. Can I hit him yet? No, I can't. You little shits! Assholes. These fights are actually starting to become less, I don't want to say they're getting more challenging, but they're not one and done anymore. It's so cute and sad at the same time. Adorable. Damn, I didn't get the mount. Actually, I don't even know if this one gives one, but I'm pretty sure they all do. Oh, that takes care of him, again. Now, back to Gridania. Not to report it, because we don't have to. But for the next... Oh, wait. No, Vesper Bay, sorry. Yeah. Back to Vesper Bay for a second. Whirl of a time. The Lord of the World slain at thy hand. 'Twas a deed both heroic and historic, a tale to be told down the ages. Yeah, it was a fucking suicide mission. I don't really appreciate being thrown into that so nonchalantly. Without hardly a say in the matter, but whatever. I fear, however, that the terror of the Indigo Deep did slumber but briefly in the ethereal sea. The maelstrom hath assured me with unhappy certitude that Leviathan doth stir from the abyss once more. Should this indeed prove the case, then we face a most troubling and chilling predicament. The Lord of the World is a voracious being. Not less than a treasure trove of crystals would serve to lure the entity back to our plane of existence. 'Tis folly, then, to believe the sea-bound beastmen could gather such a haul with such impossible alacrity. No, we must assume the Sahagin have adopted the disturbing new summoning ritual we observed amongst the other beast tribes. The bones again? The sacrifice, basically? A threat of unprecedented magnitude now loometh over Limsa. Take thee the swiftest road to Maelstrom Command and offer thy stalwart service. Thy shining light must needs illuminate the ocean's darkened swell. Alright, Orianja, I'm on it. I also have to look up what alacrity means again. I used to know. Didn't stay in memory. Neon of the Scions, you are as ever a welcome sight at Maelstrom Command. Our worst fears are realized. The Primal Leviathan has returned to threaten our shores. We did not think it possible for the fishbacks to summon the rapacious god without a considerably longer period of preparation, but there can be no mistake. Prior to contacting Urianger, we received a report detailing the almost complete destruction of a merchant fleet upon the open sea. Only one vessel managed to limp into port, bearing the decidedly unwelcome news of Leviathan's resurgence. Judging by the testimony given by the surviving crew members, the massive waves the entity leveled against the ships dwarfed anything we have ever seen the Primal Command before. Should he unleash a tidal wave of similarly empowered proportions, limbs would be scraped from this island like a barnacle from a hole. It is with such dread imaginings in mind that I bid you sail forth to slay the Lord of the World yet again. Our strategy remains unchanged. The twin vessel, the Whirl Eater, is already being prepared under the command of Storm Marshal Slafferson. Make your way to the Moravi dry docks once your own preparations are complete. Seek out Sergeant Sternlona, and she will see you safely aboard the ship. May the Navigator guide and protect you. Okay. A little bit more confident now. This time around, because, you know, last time things ended well. I know what to expect, kinda, sorta. Not as terrified about this potential suicide mission like last time. I think we're good. But still, can't believe we actually got on that damn boat and agreed to do that shit. Jesus Christ. Like I said, now we know what to expect. It's not a big of a deal, but still. Could have died doing that shit for these people. Whatever, that's neither here nor there. Storm Sergeant Sternlona at your service. The Whirl Leader is loaded and ready, sir. I'll give the signal for the towing vessel to depart as soon as you're aboard. Leviathan was sighted some distance from the coast, so there should be more than enough time to build up to ramming speed. Yeah, because that went so well last time. The entire crew is willing to lay down their lives to ensure you reach your target, sir, so you just concentrate on skewering that overgrown sea serpent. Skewering him, huh? I wonder if... Obviously it's not intended, but... It makes me want to say, are you making a pun about this spear? I'll skewer you, if you don't watch it, buddy. Oh yeah, I never actually read the description for this one before going into it. Oops. What did it say? Kuplo Kop's attempt to chastise the Mogglesguard for their dangerous and foolhardy actions has not had the intended effect. Reminded of how deadly the Twelveswood has become, the Royal Guards have instead channeled their fear and desperation into calling forth an even more potent potentate. The good King Mogglemog XII now styles himself the Great King Mogglemog XII, and all the evildoers in the forest shall tremble before his majestic wrath. Oh, I forgot to read that before that fight. And now for Leviathan. Though their beloved god was slain at the hands of the Warrior of Light, the Sahagin have wasted little time in mourning his passing. Drawing on the occult knowledge of the Ascians, the scaly beastmen have performed a foul ritual fueled by blood and sacrifice to bring forth the mightiest incarnation of Leviathan the realm has yet seen. Before the ocean deity can summon a tidal wave of catastrophic proportions, the Whirl Leader must once again set sail for open waters. And for victory. Well, let's do it. Okay. Round 2, let's go. That doesn't stop you. Alright. Good to know. Okay, he's invincible. Shit, was that too early? No. Barely. The railings have been destroyed. That didn't happen last time. Oh, shit! I thought I was terrified of happening last time, but it didn't. Now it did. Fuck, he's invincible again. Great. We gotta do it again. Your flesh shall feed my minions of the deep. You challenge me with trickery? You almost killed your own minion there. Woo! I eat whirls for breakfast. I'll have to get that Arnold Schwarzenegger quote one day on my actual soundboard when it gets here. I eat whirls for breakfast, and right now, I'm very hungry! Oh, that's not the whistle, yeah. No mount. Oh well. No mount for us! Alright, one more asshole to go. Back to Gridania. Wait, it's actually here, isn't it? Yep. Let me guess, Commander Hughlaw again? Oh no, it's Scarlet this time. Judgment bolts and lightning. Well, if it isn't the Slayer of Ramu, come to see me in the flesh. How fortunate that you should happen by. I was in fact on the verge of sending a runner to track you down. We've had some troubling news from the Sylphs of Little Solace. It appears that the Lord of Levin walks at Polewood yet again. From what I understand of the Elder Seedseer's explanation, your last encounter with the Primal was a relatively peaceful affair. There was a battle, aye, but one for which Ramu did not begrudge your victory. Why then has he returned to the forest? 'Tis you, Corporal Starcrest, whom fate has chosen to uncover the answer to that question. It seems that Phrixio, the Sylph Elder, would discuss the matter with you personally. Speak first with Delexia and Little Solace, and she will announce your arrival to their leader. Ah, and I would also consider it a favor if you could pass along aught you learned to the Scions. As I understand it, Archon Urianger is a keen scholar in the field of all matters primal. Pray make your final report to him. Okay. Walking One is here. Has Walking One heard of Lord Ramu's return? Yep. Then this one does not need to explain. Walking One should wait here while this one fetches Elder One. Go for it, dude. Walking One is most welcome in these one's home. The gentle sighs of winds and trees and brooks told these ones of Walking One's peaceful words with Lord Ramu. These ones also heard that Thunderous One challenged Walking One to battle. This one is certain that Lord Ramu was pleased with Walking One's strength. And such strength Walking One has. Arrow shooting ones often tell grand tales of Walking One, and these ones are glad to call Walking One friend. But this one must warn Walking One. Such ones have summoned Lord Ramu once more, and this time with an offering of many, many more crystals. This one does not think Thunderous One means to bring judgment to Gridania. After all, Lord Ramu made a special promise to Walking One. It is the intentions of Touched Ones that concern this one. Touched Ones yet act in fear. And in hate. Well, one leads to the other. Even should Lord Ramu ignore Touched One's destructive wishes, his presence alone drains the land of ether. It is not just Gridania, but the entire realm that Thunderous One threatens. Life will seep from the soil, crops will wither and die. Then, though Lord Ramu will it otherwise, Walking Ones will go to war over what remains. Yeah, scarcity breeds conflict. Scarcity of a coveted or actually, actual necessity types of resources, yeah. This one begs brave and courageous one to fight again. Touched Ones must understand that summoning Thunderous One is futile. That Thunderous One respects the strength of Walking One. Thank you. This one knew Walking One would do the right thing. Walking One knows how to visit the striking tree. That's the aetherite found in the domain of Touched Ones, and Walking One will soon be face to beard with Lord Ramu. These ones will listen to the forest voices for news of Walking One's victory. Alright. So, it's pretty jank, but they at least tried to come up with a lore-friendly explanation for why you fight Ramu again. Even though it's optional, they still did their best to try and make it make sense, but it still kind of doesn't. I mean, if Ramu already, made a promise to you that he wasn't gonna, do anything. But I guess he can't just stop his thralls from summoning him. And he can't just make himself disappear just because they did. So, I don't know. It's like a really gray area. Wait. Sylphlands Aetherite. The Striking Tree Extreme now accessible. And now we actually have to fight him to complete the quest. Satisfied that the Warrior of Light has passed his trial, the primal Ramu departs Eorzea for the Ethereal Sea. His Sylvan thralls, however, unconvinced that their territory is truly safe, have focused their deep-rooted fear and spite into summoning their god anew. Can you rise to the challenge and prove your might once again? Crackling with the vengeful energies of his children's prayers, the Lord of Levin's judgment promises to be harsh indeed. Yeah, well, I ain't backing down neither. Face to beard yet again. Bring it on. Shit. Okay. Damn it. That was fucking close. He almost killed me. A sliver away. Contempt of court. Amount. I like the treasure coffer though. Get the hell out of here. Alright, I'll go ahead and just use a ticket for this one. He almost fucking had me. Wait. It's long enough of a distance. Can't fucking target him. Greetings, Leon. Though I would not discourage the company, few cross the threshold of the waking sands on a mere whim. Dost thou require mine aid in some matter? Just came to tell you that Ramu flew under your radar. But he's taken care of now. The Lord of Levin was returned into the forest? Unto the forest? The sylphs challenged the Sahagin for the swiftness of their summoning. And thy account doth paint most vividly the image of Ramu's amplified energies. I fear the touched ones too dabble in sacrificial ritual. Thy stern expression bespeaks thy understanding. Even the denizens of the Twelveswood possess no immunity against Ascian manipulations. Once more are we reminded that only with the lifting of darkness shall this primal nightmare cease to haunt us. We shall prevail, warrior of light. By the radiance of thee and thy companions, we shall prevail. Right on, man. I'm with you. We got this. We ain't backing down. Those Ascian punks ain't gonna know what hit them. If they think we're just gonna roll over, they're dead wrong. I don't know. That was a half-finished quote. I was trying to remember how the rest of that went, but... Anyway. Okay, that's it for the primals. Extreme trials. What's next? I have one of two paths. Makes more sense to go with that one first. In that case... I can even start here, actually. No, it does not. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's New Game Plus, so... I guess I'll find out there where it starts. Let's go to Limsa then. Yeah. It's better this way. Oh, I know where it starts now. I almost forgot. I was like, where the hell? Oof, we might have to play the waiting game depending on our luck. There's a bit of RNG involved for the start of this next storyline. Only for the beginning, though. This next side quest storyline, I mean. After that, it's smooth sailing. And... do that for now. Turn on busy status. And then... Game Plus. Oh, we barely started it. Just to test where it was. And... there it is. You guys remember Hildebrand from FF14 1.0, right? Well, his story's not over. Hildebrand, agent of inquiry. Feared lost forever when the calamity struck, a true Eorzean hero and legend has returned to the realm. Join Hildebrand Manderville, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, and his talented and charming assistant Nashu Makaraka, as they scour all creation to solve the most perplexing cases that plague the people of Eorzea. And honestly, the first and third parts are the best. That's just me, though. IMO. It starts with the side quest, The Rise and Fall of Gentlemen, in Ul'dah. Good old Wyman, dude who received us when we first arrived in Ul'dah, assuming you make your character here. I hear you've been busy as a bee, Leon. Seems half the whispers that come my way relate to your comings and goings. Being the active type you are, I reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors, am I right? But before that, let me ask, ever heard of a man named Hildebrand? I actually have, yeah. Thanks to that for 14.1.0, yeah. Dude shot himself to Dalamut to try and stop it. Oi, you don't mean to say you knew the bugger? I know he thought himself famous, but thinking it don't make it true. No, but I saw him. He tried to become a warrior of light or something, and... yeah. Shame that he had to go and get himself killed. All that nonsense about stopping Dalamut himself. What in the seven hells was he thinking? I know, right? Then he shot himself like a rocket towards Dalamut to try and stop it. Although it was kind of an accident, but still. At least it was mercifully quick. Still, judging from the depth of the crater, he must have fallen from an unfathomable height. He overshot it, didn't he? Gods only know what was going through his mind as he watched the ground rush up to meet him. Hey, I've seen that myself. Amazing how well the body was preserved, though. Hells, it's amazing there was a body left to bury at all. I had a reason for bringing this up. Ah, right. So Nashu, Hildebrand's erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, a bit daft, but sweet nonetheless. So when I hear she's at wit's end, I want to help. Thing is, I prefer to meddle in the affairs of the living. Zombies are most definitely not my forte. Though if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lent her a hand. As for where to find her, she'd like to visit Hildebrand's grave in the Lich Yard when she's frustrated. Try looking for her there first. Okay. Just checking my time. You the one? Yep, there she is. Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You'd know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? Booba. Hello, lady. You've come to offer your services to me? Sure. I definitely didn't come to ask for your services for me. Oh! But where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries. Extraordinary Inspector. Said it in a very weird way, but I think I know what she means. At least that's what I'm trying to be. Not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildebrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the Inspector to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. Yeah, we saw that happen when we watched the 1.0 cutscenes. But then he came back down, and he didn't make it, right? I guess the Echo's gonna tell me the rest of the story. This is all a joke. A big funny joke. Right, Inspector? Any moment now you'll burst out of the ground and shout, "Surprise! Had you fooled, eh?" And we'll laugh and we'll laugh. Poor Nashu. This is so hard on her. Hildebrand Manderville, beloved son. Wait a minute. He's related to the guy that owns the gold saucer? They say no one remembers the Warriors of Light. Their names, their faces, all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, Gentleman Hero Hildebrand. That's the sword and shield he got from the farmer before he, tried to become a hero and stopped Alamud. The continuity is good. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. That's the spirit, Nashu. You're honoring his memory well. Oh, so that's why she changed into that outfit. I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. She's trying to imitate him, because that's very similar to the outfit he wore. Basically the female version of it. So that explains why she's wearing that. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is, or how to find him. But now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in southern Thanalan, you might find them. And then you could, become their friend and ask to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. Oh, okay. Participate in the fate. Fallen corpses ride in style in southern Thanalan. Oh shit, is it up right now? Yes, it is! Go! Oh, it's over in 8 seconds. Damn it! It's not like we were gonna succeed in 10 seconds. Our timing was shit. If only I had read that last paragraph a little faster. Well, you never know. But that means we have to wait the maximum amount of time for it to appear again. And what do we do when that happens? We play our technical difficulties music. And we start destroying other fates in hopes to make this one spawn again quicker. That is kind of a thing, so... I don't know if it works for this one because it's a very special fate, but... let's find out. The targeting. Why is it targeting that guy way off over there instead of the person right in front of me? Like, what the hell? I'll never understand the priority of the targeting system. It's all messed up. Oh, actually, I just thought of a better idea. I forgot that about this trick I kind of learned when I was doing fates for one of the steps for the relic weapons. When I was going for the Zodiac Zeta weapon that I have now. Rather than just eliminating fates in the area. What the hell? Why can't I? I'm still target. Oh my god! Get the fuck out of here, you little shitbird. Yeah. Rather than just doing fates all willy-nilly like this. There's something else I can do that might, you know, speed up the process of respawning the fate, which is server hop. Basically server hop and just keep coming back here over and over to see if it's up in a different server. That actually worked way better for finding a specific fate. Alphabetical order. What's the name of the place we're going? Forgotten Springs. I'll look for that on the list next time. It's up! And we got 6 minutes. Excellent. Gentleman is rather than does. A band of zombies has been exhibiting uncharacteristically civilized behavior of late, which has greatly unnerved the people of Sanolin. Dispatch the dapper undead for the benefit of the living. Alright. I hate that these little shits get involved with their auto aggro. Once you level sync, you know? God damn it! Let me get rid of all this riffraff first. Gets in the way. Alright. Be gone! I feel so cultured. Be gone, villain! Let the gentle dead man in peace? I don't know if I read that right. Do what in peace? Oh yeah, he says, leave the gentle deadman in peace, right. I can't. You must die. You are neither a gentleman or a zombie. I'm gonna keep it that way. Dapper zombies. There we go. Whew. Fallen corpses ride in style. There. No more RNG for the rest of this entire questline. That was it. That was the only luck-based part. You know, finding the fate, making sure it spawned, all that shit. Did you find the zombies? You did? That's wonderful. I've been busy too. The head zombie will rue the day he meets me, you'll see. So tell me, what did you learn? Well, I got this curious parchment. Writ upon this map of the Sagoli Desert in a flamboyant, flowing hand are the words, "A gentleman is rather than does." Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends. That's a shame. But this parchment, this is a map of the Sagoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south, and look, there's something written here. A gentleman is rather than does. That sort of reminds me of, well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us, assistant. Onward to the Sagoli. Okay. Like, there we go. Alright. I think it's time we switch it up a little. Leon here has been busy off screen. He got himself a new mount to go with his clothes. You know what I'm talking about. Something to match that swagger he's going for. The SDS Fenrir. Manufactured for use by the now-defunct Strife Delivery Service, this two-heeled monstrosity's cerulean engine howls like the silver wolf of legend as it propels its rider across desert and plain, which is why I'm popping it out here. It does well in the desert, and we're about to cross the entire desert, so... I like how they keep it lore-friendly, too. Cerulean engine. You might hear some familiar music, too. Oh! FF7, baby. This is also not just for looks, but for me it is for now. But for any new players out there, if you have this, if you balled out for it and you bought it off the online store, use this every time you go into a new expansion area where you don't have all the aetherites or ether currents yet, and you haven't done all the quests. So anytime you start a new expansion, basically, because it's the fastest mount. It starts with the fastest speed, no matter what, from the very beginning. Pay to win in terms of transportation, eh? I figured the desert was the best time to pop it, because the description said one of the best things to cross the desert. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy, though. I say we call out to them and let them know we come in peace. And when the leader shows himself, we strike. Okay. I will go where the wild rose blooms. That didn't seem to work. Maybe you should try shouting something else. Try shouting something else, he says? Well, I can think of something. No? That doesn't work? Show yourselves, foul fiends! Nope. Okay. A gentleman is rather than does. Now let's see what happens. Oh my god, that sound effect is straight from Resident Evil 2. Who summons the gentle dead men? I'm not kidding. That's a stock sound effect that was used for the G boss fight. The Birkin's like offspring in Resident Evil 2, one of the first boss fights there is. Oh shit! They live! They live! And we hunger. They want to eat our flesh. We're fucking screwed. They're probably pissed off that I killed a bunch of their brothers too. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. The fuck? Look who it is! Spare this fine gentleman and fair lady your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. It's the big man himself! Up in the sky, look! It's a bird. No, it's an airship. No! It's the inspector! We hear and we obey. Does that actually work? Alright, dude. See, they got matching outfits. It'd be kind of cute if they actually kept them that way. With matching outfits, I mean. But she goes back to that generic pink one that she had on before, after this. As far as I remember. It is you! It really is you! I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildebrand! Which, by the way, that is kind of generic already. What she's wearing is a retainer outfit dyed black. Hildebrand? Who is this Hildebrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombiebrand, the devourer of brains. Undead overlord extraordinaire. That sounds familiar, but not quite right. What are you saying? You're not an undead overlord. You're a gentleman inspector. Ugh. Inspector, overlord, inspector, overlord? Oh, Inspector, you're just confused is all. Don't worry, I'll knock some sense back into that noggin of yours. Are those bombs? Stay your hand, milady. You know not what you do. How'd you like them? Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of the blast is more like to liquefy my... If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying. Actually, what the fuck? See? Even you acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... death! I didn't know what to expect yet my first time through this. I knew nothing about Hildebrand, alright, when I first did this a long time ago during my first playthrough of this game. I was just kind of like, what the hell's up with this cutscene right now? This is different. I was so used to, you know, the dark, serious tone of the rest of the game, so I was kind of like... Not really dark, but, you know, more serious than this. Normally I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution. Hey, you're alive, aren't you? Ah! He remembers me! Inspector Hildebrand remembers me! Yes, yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. What's up? Oh, shit. I guess maybe I can tell you that in a second. Like an actual fucking zombie just crawled out of his grave. This dude is ripped too. Ah, such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon and... So he never did die. He was just passed out. What is this place? And for that matter, who am I? I forgot everything. Eco shake. Holy shit. Knock up on him. They're like, yep, you're dead, dude. You're one of us. You're a zombie. Chin up, friend. It ain't so bad. Well, he remembered his poses. This is ridiculous. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I always knew you'd come back to us. You never lost hope. Faith. Whatever. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is match for my legendary might. Is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine gentleman be? Could he perhaps be one of my many admired... Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm? This ringing in my ears, this dizziness? Could it be a case? Here we go again. Y'all remember how 1.0 went with this? Assuming, you know, you watched back when I saw those scenes on stream. Amazing, isn't it? He wasn't dead. He was just badly injured and needed to hibernate. I didn't even know people would do that. Yeah, that's totally a thing. Forgetting something right now? No. Back in the saddle. Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. Aha! The Sagoli Desert, I'd bet my life on it. Which means Ul'dah is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of iniquity could so violently trigger my keen investigator's sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildebrand shall soon deliver you from evil. Which way did he go, Leon? Did you see? Oh dear, I've got to find him. Ah! And change my outfit, too. Actually, you'd be better off looking like that, but... Alright. I guess you don't want to upstage him. Fair enough. Come on, Crispy Colonel. We got places to be. And just for the, you know, for the lulz and going back to Balmu. A lot of the quest takes place here. Might as well. There'll be no reason to stay on this server afterwards. Some of the funny shit you can walk in on, though. Here in this place. Beg your pardon? You wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running about town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter for the Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts! See? She knows what this town's known for. At least on this server. What's up, dude? What? You're looking for a half-naked Highlander who likes to catch criminals? I think I'd remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find this inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about that goddamn duelist. Me mate's pa's cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. That's a long chain of connections you just made right there, dude. A lot of people that you know by proxy of other people. Alright, well, we're back in town. Might as well take off the sunglasses. Now, you see what I mean now, right? Sorry, lad, but if it's information you want, you'd be best served by going... Wait. Trying to read too fast. You'd be served best by going to Wyman. The only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist, or so I hear, but when you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... A duelist that doesn't allow the opponent to say no. That is kind of fucked up. Not exactly what we're here for, but I'll take it. I like how right next to the NPC we just talked to, there was a completely naked woman in front of, right in front of that Hrothgar. And right before we actually talked to him, she just disappeared. I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So do tell, just why were they dressing up like dandies? Wyman! Ah, Wyman! Which means they either logged out or something. It's all almighty bugger me with a bleeding spear! The dead have risen and they're walking the streets of Ul'dah! No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's true, he's not a zombie. I checked. How did you check? I mean, I guess we verified in the desert, but that just sounded like she did something else to check. Hi, you do seem to be hale and healthy, which begs the question. How in the seven hells did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable! I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wyman is without a single shred of information. Even one of dubious relevance. That's true, you're supposed to know everything, dude. Well... I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden that said her most... This knave assaulted a young woman as well? The audacity! I should fly to her side at... Why, if it isn't the gentleman from the Sigoli. Yeah, it's me. A serendipitous encounter, indeed. Unless you too seek the belligerent duelist. Sure, go with that. Capital! It will be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away! Damn it, Hildy, I ain't told you the lass's name yet! Yeah, he tends to do that. I don't know how he fashions himself an inspector of any kind when he does that, but... After her own heart. Well, Leon, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellowmoon. She's a woman... Oh, sorry, that guy walking by. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weaver's Guild most every day. Good luck with the inspecting, Inspector. Oh, I remember her. I tried to recruit her into the Crystal Braves before we actually came up with the name, and she told me to fuck off. But yeah, I remember her. Weaver's Guild? So that's here. My beloved pure heart was unlike any wand you've ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you? A priceless possession callously ripped from the hands of its owner. The lady weeps, and the wind bears her sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of championing her cause? What in the world? Seems you're pretty loud, dude. I swear to you here and now, I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall scour all creation from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens. Ultima? Lahabre, that you? For your pure heart. Oh, okay. What he said. I guess that quote became popular enough for them to reuse it partially like that. Make a callback to it. I guess I'm not the only one who found it funny. And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Thefts, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day. After I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Colosseum, I realized it was gone. So the time and location of the theft are unknown, essential details without which we cannot solve the case. There is but one logical course of action. Miss Moon, to coax the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact that fateful day's excursion. The Sunsilk Tapestries. Okay. Damn it! Still can't backflip. Now she's falling asleep over there. Oh, I don't know. Are you sure this is gonna help? What's going on? Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist. I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress, when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of man said that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse, in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as a most unusual happening. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Colosseum and see what you remember. Master just sitting on those crates. Well... Technically, barely. It's faster to go this way. Actually, it's the same distance once you take into account getting to this Aetheryte and then going from the other one. So, nothing lost or gained, right? Except me trying to get to the fucking man. Okay, Thaumaturgs is right there, I gotta remember this. Also, far left. Telling you, you see a lot of interesting shit on the server here, so. What's going on? That crate's looking at me funny. It's just a crate, Nashu. Where could my pure heart be? Hildebrand? Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Again? Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse. In shock, not intentionally. Again. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 6 score ponzes, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. Damn! 120 ponzes? Miss Moon, you're a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. There sure are a lot of giant crates in Ul'dah. At the Weavers Guild, at Sunsilk Tapestries, and here too. Stand back. I am on the verge of unraveling this mystery. I must be allowed to focus. Same thing as before. These crates are everywhere, Leon. I wonder what's inside. But I don't see how we can open... Ah, of course. I still have plenty of explosives. Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun. You want me to blow shit up? Right here in town? We'll call the brass blades and the immortal flames down on us, but alright. Here we go. Holy shit! Who the fuck are these guys? Perspiring man? Oh gods, have mercy! Wow, there were people in there? I guess that explains the breathing and... Isn't that Yellow Moon's pure heart? Inspector! Inspector, look! Did he say anything? No. At the heart of every crime rests a single, unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as a shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator professes his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and man. Resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness, he carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the Pure Heart. Inspector, we found the Pure Heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it. It's not what you think. We're not thieves, we're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm. And should she misplace an item from time to time, we'd collect it for safekeeping. Nothing untoward. You deviants were behind all the thefts? All this time you've been stalking me. What nerve? Ah, such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Oh wow, they're really simping for her. They're falling into the stereotype of mommy Rogadins, basically. And there they go. Goddess? Devotees? Ah, but of course. That I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. Yeah, sure. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapon thefts, as... Those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Who's this? Well-informed woman. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist, he only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter for the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildebrand, gentleman investigator and agent of inquiry, I presume? You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist victims? I'll introduce you, with pleasure. You would be willing to share such precious information with me? Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, very good. The name of the man is... And he's gone again. Huh? Well, where in the bloody hell do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. Just like with Wyman. The Immaculate Deception. I suppose since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. Yeah, I guess so. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. I wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. Why are you so eager to share all this with him anyway? What are you playing at? I look forward to seeing how the good inspector chooses to handle this case. I guess he's just intrigued because the dude was missing and presumed dead. Wait, not here. The next town over. A flying bike. It's GTA now. The rocket bikes. Hi, I'm Humphrey. And you are? At last, I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I am told you are a victim of the marauding duelist? Me? A victim? How amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago, but where he thought to find a whelp, he found a warrior of light instead. Aye, I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. You mean you won? That's amazing. Well, it was nothing compared to what I faced at Cartano. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us. Stuck in the middle with Master Lu, we were. Core, he was a dab hand, but the old magic he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can... Something tells me he's bullshitting like that other guy from the company of heroes. Well, you know, the fake guy. And Limza. That man is no warrior of light. Yeah, here we go. Tell him, Elazar. Tell him how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own. Liar. Scoundrel! I trusted that bastard with me father's blade, bid him take it to a smithy for restoration. Even gave him gil to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back sniveling and begging forgiveness for losing it in a duel. As if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding whoreson. Look at me! Me flowing golden locks are no more. I've gone bald from the stress and heartbreak. I swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. Damn. He lost all his hair from that? Alright. He beat the shite out of me and took the old man's sword. I used the guild to pay the Kairugan. I have no idea where here the sword is. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have. Unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people? Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help you with problems of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? And what of Elazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he has wronged? He's like, yes. She's like, what? We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. There we go. Yet what drives this man to always claim his opponent's weapon? Pride? No, it must be deeper than that. Elazar's sword? Wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. That boy should be ashamed of himself, robbing poor Elazar of a priceless family heirloom. This goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, a lot of them. Well, that's why I don't go around boasting about it, yeah. Even though I actually am one, I won't say anything. It may not be the most honorable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Elazar a counterfeit blade. If the deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong? Well, it would be, and incredibly insulting as well if he figures it out. I'm pretty sure he would, too. Antique swords? Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. That traveling merchant Jojonpa is the one you ought to speak with. Assuming he hasn't left. Jojonpa, huh? Hey, buddy. Hello. You know something? I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword, at least not of one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, any wares I determine to be of dubious origins I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe. This presents a quandary. Though I am loath to deceive an honorable man like Elazar, a well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks, whilst we continue to search for the genuine article. Well, if there is a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone. Tisk tisk. You should endeavor to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie. Like me. I say we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost. The elevation changed, caused it to look like he was moving at 30 frames per second. Shit. Sneeze warning. Alright. That was a quick one. We're good. Clear sinuses. But still congested. Figure that one out. I even have an air purifier on, for fuck's sake. I don't know what else I can do. It occurs to me that I am not yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water. Not without first coating it with a liberal application of salamander oil. That is, indeed on many an occasion my dearest mother tended my childhood's scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. You want me to massage you with oil? Is that what you're saying? The body is but an instrument in occasional need of oiling. So come, my friend. Come and oil me up. Alright. Ah, this comforting scent, as though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries. Knead the oil into my aching flesh. Jeez. Alright, here. Ah, Gah! The pain multiplies manifold. Gently now, gently! Okay, I'll try a different angle. This dude, man. Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods! Yes, at last! My muscles slacken and soften, the warmth spreads, and the pain becomes pleasure! And some more. Right there, yes! Keep doing that, just like that, just like... Oh, yes! Now once more, with feeling! God. This is great. Ah! Never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring. You as well, my good man. And he's done. So I guess, you know, at the very end, right? There. He finished. Holy pot. Oh wait, I can talk to him again. What's he say now? I spy with my inspector's eye. Evidently nothing yet. Muddy pebble. Look, he's even got the reporter over here. Ellie. I assume she's a reporter, I don't know. Did she say anything about that yet? Because she's got the hat, just like, what's her name, from Lightning Strikes or whatever? The FF13 crossover event? Muddy bottle. Holy pot. You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found? Yeah, here you go. No sign of the sword Jojumpa mentioned, I see. Ah! Now I'm all wet. What was that anyway? Hmm? Did something cause you to... Once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of... Achoo! Where's the real sneeze when you need it, right? Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Ulda and fetch you some new ones. How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Elazar as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. Okay. Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Elazar's woes will be no more. Time to ride across the desert again, Fenrir. Let's go. Except we actually fly this time. That's more convenient. It's like it heard me when I said, where's the actual sneeze? Ooh. Ugh. As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. Aye, it is her. Every chip and scratch just as I remember. God bless you, sir. I never expected you would go to such lengths for two strangers without thought of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days. 'Tis common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul and understands that none deserve to be forsaken. The look he gave him. Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I brought you a change of clothing. I also bought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane. Excellent work, Nashu. If you would just bring me that case... New clothes. Hair tonic to restore this guy's hair. Just for men or something? Oh wait, that's coloring. Oh shit! Did these get hit in the forehead? With a card? Inspector? Inspector Hildebrand? There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? It's gotta hurt too. The author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? No, it's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. Oh shit. He's challenging us. What the fuck? A challenge? For me? Oh, at last the curtain rises. Very well. If I am to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. You've been using a lot of that already. Right as he got changed, too. Oh, shit! I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge. He's incredible. So bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light. There you have it, folks. He is exceptionally something. Car! Inspector Hildebrand, you look amazing! Got his hair back. At this point, I knew I was in for something really different from what I'd done during the rest of my initial playthrough of this game. I was like, this is very different and kind of funny. I like it. And it only got better from here. It only gets better from here, folks. For me, anyway. I enjoy this a lot. Hildebrand. Concealing their identity by making them a generic, like, dark, shadowy mannequin figure. Another duel? This is far from the strongest of swords. Oh, I wonder who this could be. Somebody looking for powerful weapons, dueling people for them? Dressed in red. Blue skies and the rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the Blade of Legend? Any Final Fantasy fan worth their medal already knows who this is, just based on the lore this far and what he looks like. Hint, hint, we saw him in FF12. And before that, Final Fantasy 8? Well, he was in 9 too, but didn't really do anything. And 5. Challenge accepted, my worthy opponent. You shall not claim the blade. With my, let us call it what it is, genius, I shall bring you to justice. Wait, you wish to duel with weapons, not wits? This bridge hardly seems appropriate for such an epic battle. Hildebrand will return in the 3 collectors. At this point, I was damn sure I'd stumbled upon comedy gold in this game. I was like, what the fuck is this? This is amazing. So highly well produced. Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins. Back in 1.0. Nice callback. Fan service. Pumpkins sort of remind me of... No, it's gone. Never mind. I don't know where she was going with that. So, that takes care of Hildebrand for 2.1. Now the patch 2.2. Hildebrand quests. Beginning with the Science of Deduction. 150. That's close enough. That's a great spot to take a break, and it's close enough to the 2-hour mark, so I'll take a break right here. So as always, I'll be right back in about 5-10 minutes, folks. I will see you all then.